everybody, it's Wootini from GayGamer.net, here with another one of my weekly video podcasts. I noticed somewhere around, I think it was around podcast 45, so once we got into the 40s I thought, hey, 52 means that I've been doing 52 weekly podcasts, which would be a year. But then I remembered that I took a few weeks here and there off. It's only natural, I can't do this every week. So I checked the dates, and it turns out that this week is actually 1 year since I started doing these podcasts. So, happy anniversary! Ta-da! Yes, this week, special effects! And I dressed up for the occasion. I hope you appreciate it, because I really hate wearing ties. Like a lot. So, appreciate. So this week, I want to thank you all for continuing to watch me as I sit here on my living room couch and ramble on about video games for 5 to 10 minutes a week. A year ago, I did it just as a whim, because the regular audio podcast had pod-faded away, and everyone was asking, where's the podcast, and I did not have the technological know-how to do an audio podcast, didn't have the right mics and all that sort of thing, but I did have a video camera, and I do know how to use iMovie, and anyone can upload to YouTube. So, ta-da! The Wootini's weekly video podcast was born. And a year later, I can't believe I'm still doing it, and more than that, I can't believe you people are still watching it. I mean, really. So I want to thank you all for continuing to watch my ramblings. This week, I finished Harry Potter and posted my review. You may have seen it on the site. It's a fun game. It's a Lego game. The Lego games are always fun. I personally love them because they speak to my video game OCD, which leads me to have to try to collect every little thing and find every little secret and such. And that's why it takes me so long to play games, because I have to go through every little inch of it. There was also a 3DS system update, which gave some new features, including the ability to shoot 3D video, and I will shoot a small 3D video podcast to go along with this one this week as a special anniversary present. So if you have a 3DS, you can download that. If not, well, you might want to get a 3DS, because there are actually quite a few really good games coming out for the system that are just terrific. Unfortunately, not being a Mario platformer or driving game fan, I'm not really excited for Super Mario 3D Land or the Mario Kart 7 that just came out. I'm waiting for Luigi's Mansion 2, which I don't think is coming out until like maybe February or March, I'm not even sure. But that's what I'm looking forward to. Because Animal Crossing, I'm not expecting until the spring at this point, and I'm really sad about that, but whatever. But in the meantime, my time has been taken up by Pushmo, which I had heard people talking about and had been getting some really good notices, so I thought, let me go check it out. So I went and checked it out, and it is a rather clever little puzzle game, which makes nice use of the 3D depth effect on the 3DS. And you push and pull blocks to create pathways to go up to the top level and rescue a small little creature. Somebody compared it to Catherine. They said it's like the good parts of the Catherine puzzle levels, but without the irritating time limit. You can take as long as you want, and in one case I took a really long time, and I actually had to skip that puzzle. I have to go back to it because it just broke my brain, and I could not figure it out. But you can skip them, so I could go on and do more puzzles, and then just eventually I'll go back and try it again with fresh eyes, maybe. I don't know, something will click. But I do love my puzzle games, and you can create your own puzzles and share them. It turns them into a QR code, so you can find QR codes for all kinds of really clever puzzles on the web right now, and I just love those kinds of games that, like, encourage that kind of sharing and creation. I'm not going to be very good at creating levels, so I'm probably not going to create anything, but I look forward to seeing what everyone else created, as long as they're not too hard. And other than that, I've started back up with Skyward Sword again, although I'm doubting that I'll finish it by Christmas at this point. And I actually played a little Rock Band again, just because Rock Band's always good for some fun. And they just released a bunch of really good Queen songs, so that's pretty awesome. So that's about all I've got this week as far as video gaming. I look forward to another year of this if you'll keep watching. I still can't believe it, but every week I look at my YouTube counts and, well, I'd like to think that there are hundreds of people watching me every week, and it's not just one guy watching me 300 or 400 times, and then signing up for different accounts to make different comments, because that's highly disturbing. So I like to think that it's 300 or 400 people. Or maybe 200 or 300 people, and some of you watch me more than once, although why you'd want to watch me more than once, I don't know. But once again, I want to thank all of you out there for watching me and for supporting GayGamer.net. So please keep visiting the site, please keep reading our articles, and watching my podcasts, and I will see you next week with all this hullabaloo. Bye!